Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now before I start today's video, I thought I'd quickly say thank you to everyone who commented, liked, shared my first video I did the other day, my league predictions video. I absolutely smashed that video, got a very impressive 0 out of 9 correct. So hopefully today's video goes a little bit better than that one. This is going to be a Q&A all about Arsenal. I asked over on my Twitter for your questions. You've sent them to me and I'm going to answer them now. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I've pulled up all of your questions on my laptop in front of me and I'm just going to get straight into it and read out the first question. So somebody asked me, what was the first Arsenal game you went to? And someone else also asked, best match you've been to. Mine is Arsenal v Barca Champions League when we won 2-1. Okay, so the first Arsenal game I went to was in fact at the Emirates. It was a Europa League game against Austrians and I remember thinking that this game was going to have a really good atmosphere. I'd been learning all the chants. I was ready to go and sing my heart out and I turned up and the Emirates was literally dead. No one sang anything. There wasn't really much of an atmosphere and we lost. Do you know what? I think Arsenal were just trying to prepare me for all the disappointments that were to come. But I did love that game. It was obviously my first game I'd been to. Seeing Arsenal live for the first time was an incredible experience and also seeing the Emirates as well. So no regrets for that game. And the best match I've been to. Now that is quite a hard question. Do you know what? The first thing that came into my mind was that 4-2 win against Spurs at the Emirates. I just remember that day being such an amazing one. The Emirates was literally rocking. I've never ever seen the Emirates like that before, so that is probably the best match that I've been to. The next question is, who's your favourite player of the 2010 to 2020 era? Now I wish I had a really cool answer to this question, like Santi Cazorla or someone like that, but my favourite ever Arsenal player was in fact Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I used to have an unhealthy obsession with him, honestly. I used to tweet about him all the time. If I can find any of those tweets, I'll put them on screen now so you can see how cringe I was about him. I absolutely loved him. But if we're talking about the current squad, I've got two favourites and they are Kieran Tierney and Bukayo Saka. The next question I got was, what would be your strongest starting 11 with our squad at the moment? Okay, so I will quickly run through my personal ideal starting 11. So Bernd Leno in goal. The defenders I'd pick would be Rob Holding, Gabriel, Tierney and Suarez. In midfield I would go for a pairing of Xhaka and Partey. Then I'd have Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, Martinelli and Aubameyang up front. I had quite a few questions on transfers, so I'm just going to read some of them out now and then speak more generally about my opinions on this transfer window. So, somebody asked, do you think Arsenal will bring in a creative midfielder before this short window ends? Someone else said, who do you want Arsenal to sign? Another one, since Ozil is on his way out of the club, which player ideally would you like to come in to replace him? Somebody asked, 3 realistic signings and 3 dream signings, and another one was, if you had 200 million to spend on players, who would you bring to Arsenal? Now, just speaking more generally about this transfer window, I think we have completed the main goal of this transfer window, which was to get rid of some of the deadwood at our club. Now, Mesut Ozil is obviously pretty much confirmed that he's gone. I know the club haven't yet confirmed it, but I mean, he's taken all those pictures, he's at Fenerbahce, he is definitely gone. Socrates has also gone, Kolasinac, there's talk of Mustafi leaving as well. So I think we have definitely achieved the main goal of this transfer window, which was to get that wage bill down. Now, talking about new signings, I know we desperately need a creative midfielder. Obviously, we've got Emil Smith-Rowe now who's doing amazing, but he's so young, he definitely needs some backup, some competition, someone to play alongside him. And to be honest, if he got injured, we would be absolutely done for. The same thing goes for Leno as well. We don't really have a backup goalkeeper. I know there is Runarsson, but he is definitely not good enough to get us even probably in the top 7. So we desperately need to look at getting a new number 2 goalkeeper. Now, last night there was a lot of speculation about Martin Odegaard. potentially being linked to Arsenal on loan. He said that he doesn't want to just sit on the bench at Real Madrid. He wants to go out on loan and actually play some minutes. So everyone was very, very excited about that news. I would love him to come to Arsenal on loan. I think that would solve so many of our issues. It would definitely take some of the pressure off Emil Smith-Rowe. So that is definitely one that I would hope for this transfer window. It's quite unlikely, but obviously we're all going to pray that that one goes through. And then in the summer, I would absolutely love to sign someone like Jack Grealish, just anyone like that. But to be honest, I don't know if we're going to have the funds to do so. Obviously, there's talk about Emi Buendia as well, but they want 40 million for him, and I just don't think Arsenal are going to be able to pay that this transfer window. Maybe that's another option for the summer. But yeah, that is my views on this transfer window. Someone asked, how do you see the season panning out from here? Can we win a cup, break back into the Euro places, or has too much damage been done already? And another person asked, where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? Now, I do think a lot of damage has been done already. Obviously, we're only halfway through the season at the moment, but we're sitting in 10th and it is so tight in the table for that top 10 at the moment. Honestly, anyone could finish in those sort of 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th places. So I'm not sure if we will be able to get a Euro place that way. I think our best bet would be either winning the FA Cup, which is of course Arsenal's cup. We've won 14th. Could this be our 15th cup? Or winning Europa League, which is slightly less likely because there are some really good teams in that competition this year. So where do I think Arsenal will finish? Obviously, I hope we'll finish in the top 5, but realistically, we might finish around 6th, 7th, maybe even higher, hopefully not. But I think our best bet will be to win the FA Cup, so fingers crossed for our game against Southampton on Saturday. So I've got a few more questions. I'm going to try and run through these ones quite quickly because I don't want to bore you all to tears. Somebody asked about looking for a replacement for Aubameyang because he's 31 and that City are looking for a replacement for Aguero due to him being 32. I personally think Aubameyang still has loads of goals in him. I know he's been going through a bit of a wobble at the moment. He did score a brace against Newcastle the other day, which was amazing. Hopefully that means he's back. Hopefully that means he's going to start firing. I've got my fingers crossed for him. I think he's definitely got a lot more to give. Somebody also asked about Jack Wilshere's career, whether he was pushed physically too hard. And that's what caused his injuries. I don't know what caused Jack Wilshere's injuries. I just think he was very unlucky. Obviously, he was a top talent when he was a young boy, and it's just a shame that he got injured because he could have gone to amazing places. And then the last one was, in hindsight, what are your views on how Wenger was viewed in his later seasons with Arsenal? Was he doing the best he could, or was he the start of a problem? I personally think the problems started when we lost loads of players for free. So Santi Cazorla went for free, Sanchez went for free, Wilshere obviously went for free as well, and we weren't investing back into the squad, and I think that's where our problems started. I think if Wenger had left maybe 2 years before, he wouldn't have got all the grief that he did. So yeah, that's my opinion on that one. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Thanks so much to everyone who sent me a question over on Twitter. I hope you guys found this video interesting or enjoyable. I found it really fun to film. So I will see you guys in the next video. If anyone has any ideas for another video, please do let me know in the comments below. I hope you all have a really lovely weekend, and fingers crossed that Arsenal get through to the next round of the FA Cup. See you guys soon.